Hello and welcome to Wild Heart Yoga Holistic Healing for week 4 of our Beginner's Yin and Yang Foundation series. Let's begin today, finding a gentle child's pose at the back of the mat. So with the big toes together and some space between the knees, begin to walk the hands forward, allowing the forehead and chest to come towards the mat. Think about trying to keep the heels grounded to the glutes, or you can place a prop between the thighs and the calves or under the forehead or chest to make this a little easier. Take a few moments as you begin breathing deeply, settling into this pose, checking in with the mind and the body, and setting any intention you have for our practice today. With your next exhale, slowly begin to round through the spine, coming through every vertebrae as you make your way into tabletop. Make sure the hands are aligned beneath the shoulders, knees below the hips. Then as you inhale, allow the belly to drop, hips tilting as the chest opens toward the sky, arching through the back. Exhale now, rounding through the spine, hips tucking, chin coming toward the chest. Again, inhale, belly dropping, hips pressing forward as you arch. And exhale, rounding, making this feel good for your spine. Now we're going to begin taking some naughty kitties. So first, begin by just making a circular motion with the hips, making the circle as big or as small as feels right for you. Then you can begin to add in the shoulders here, maybe also adding in a head roll, just making this feel really good for the spine, for the hips, waking the body up. Move with your breath here. And when you're ready, go ahead and switch directions now. First beginning with those hip circles, then adding in the shoulders and the head. Just moving however your body is asking you to today. Noticing how this direction feels different than the first direction. And then go ahead and settle, coming back into tabletop. As you exhale, begin to roll back, sitting into your child's pose again. Take an inhale, rounding through the spine, rolling through each vertebrae, allowing the hips to come further forward this time. Then exhale as you lead with the hips, rolling the spine back, sitting back into child's pose. Again, inhale, rounding forward, maybe dropping the hips all the way down to our cobra pose this time. Exhale, lead with the hips as you roll back to child's pose. One more time, inhale as you round forward, coming all the way forward, maybe lifting the thighs off for upward facing dog. Then exhale, lower the legs, lead with the hips, sinking it back into child's pose. Good, let's round forward into tabletop now. Tuck the toes, and maintaining a flat back, begin to lift the knees, lead with the hips as you press your way back into down dog. Keeping the knees bent here if you need to. We're focusing on maintaining a flat spine before straightening the legs. Go ahead and walk out your dog. Move the hips side to side. Just play around with this pose. Feeling out the movement, listening to your body, figuring out where those unique areas of tension are. Now, whenever you're ready, we're going to just simply place the right foot on the other side of the left foot, so taking a deeper calf stretch on the left leg now. Maybe using the big toe and the second toe to wrap around the Achilles of that left ankle. Breathe deeply here, allowing the body weight to sink you a little deeper, heel coming closer toward the floor. Again, maybe taking some micro adjustments, moving just ever so slightly to notice how these small changes can affect the pose. Take another inhale. As you exhale, release the right foot now, and then we're going to step it toward the front of the mat. Then heel toe that foot toward the left side of the mat, and then begin to settle down here, finding our way into our pigeon pose. You can allow the heel of that right foot to slide back, coming closer toward your hip to make this a little bit easier. And here, if your hips are imbalanced and one is lower, try wedging that side that's lower with a pillow or some kind of prop to help even out the hips. Then with the fingertips on the ground, let's begin to take some waves here with the chest. Inhaling as we lift the chest and exhaling as we fold over that front leg. Moving to the speed of your own breath. Just beginning to feel out this pose again. Maybe moving side to side slightly. Then with your next exhale, settle over that leg, finding stillness in this pigeon pose, going deeper into that right hip. Wonderful job. When you're ready, go ahead and lift the chest again. Use your hands as you begin to press yourself up and pivot to the side, finding your way into a wide-legged forward fold. So we're going to begin with a soft bend in the knees, toes pigeoned in slightly to protect the knees. Take an inhale as you lengthen through the spine. Then exhale, folding from the hips first, then allowing the rest of the upper body to fall forward. Maybe grabbing the backs of the legs or ankles, or opposite elbows and just swaying side to side a little. Notice how this feels on your back, the decompression of the spine, any areas that are particularly tight or tense for you. See if you can bring your breath into those areas, exhaling away tension with each long and slow exhale. Energy flows where attention goes. So use this time to deepen your body awareness, to deepen the awareness of how adjustments affect your pose. Take another inhale. As you exhale, begin to roll the spine up, one vertebrae at a time. And then we are going to begin squatting to that left side now, finding our side squat. So move slowly, just going as low as you can into this pose. Maybe you're going to be up pretty high still. Maybe you can come down and sit on a block or some prop to give you a little boost. Or perhaps you can come all the way down. Wherever you're at today is completely fine. Just be sure to listen to your body to honor what it's asking for. With your next inhale, go ahead and reach that right arm up toward the sky, chest opening up and out. And exhale, waving the arm back down, chest melting forward. Again, inhale, sweeping the arm up, twisting from the belly button. And exhale, folding back forward as the arm sweeps down. Continuing a few more times on your own, at your own speed. Again, just noticing how some slight adjustments, how these different movements or positioning can affect your body and the sensation that you're experiencing. Wonderful job. Go ahead and plant the hands to the mat, walking yourself back to the front of the mat, stepping into a high plank now. Take an inhale. As you exhale, lower knees, chest, and chin, then begin to slide forward with your inhale for a cobra pose. Exhale as you press yourself back into tabletop. Tuck the toes, lift the knees, and lead with the hips as you press back into down dog. Reset with a deep inhale. And exhale fully and slowly. Go ahead and bring the left foot to the outside of the right foot now, or bringing that big toe and second toe around the Achilles tendon. Taking this stretch deep into the right calf this time. As always, bring your awareness to the different sensations from one side of the body to the other, being aware of any imbalances. Bringing your attention to what the body has to speak to you. Go ahead and release the foot now, stepping the left foot to the front of the mat this time. And then heel toe that foot toward the right side, allowing the leg to settle down. Finding your way down here, walking that back foot a little further away to extend through the hip flexor area. Again, using a prop if you need to, wedge under one side to even out the hips, or perhaps a prop to rest down onto. Let's first begin by planting the fingertips and taking some waves of the chest, up and down, maybe side to side. Just feeling out this pose before we settle in once again. Inhaling as the chest opens, rising, and exhale as it falls, closing the body. When you're ready, allow the chest to settle down, finding stillness here for a few moments. Continuing to breathe that awareness into the left side of the body. Exhaling away any stiffness. Great job. Go ahead and plant the hands, roll the spine back up, and then begin walking with the hands toward the center, pivoting toward our wide-legged forward fold, making sure you keep a soft bend in the knees and those toes turned in slightly. Inhale as you lift halfway, lengthening through the spine. And exhale, fold from the hips, melting forward. Go ahead and place the right fingertips now on the mat as you twist from the belly button. Left fingertips reaching up toward the sky, trying to make a straight line with the arms. Inhale deeply. And exhale fully. Release now, left fingertips coming to the mat, right fingertips reaching up toward the sky. Again, inhale, extending through the body. And exhale fully. Great job. Release the right hands now. Begin to roll the spine back up. And then we're going to start our side squat to the right this time. Again, just coming down as low as you can. Not forcing it, but listening to your body. With your next inhale, let's sweep that left arm up, reaching toward the sky. And exhale, sweeping the arm back down, folding the chest forward. Again, inhale, sweeping the arm up, twisting at the belly button. And exhale, folding, continuing on your own for a few more moments. Take one more inhale, sweeping the arm up. And exhale, folding back forward, once again planting the hands on the mat, and then finding your way onto your hands and knees at the center of the mat. From here, begin walking the knees outward, keeping a 90-degree bend at the knee and making sure that the thighs are going straight out from the hips, so we aren't falling forward or sitting back here. The knees are in alignment with the hips. And here we're just gonna go as far as we can into the groin, staying up on the hands or maybe coming down onto the elbows or all the way down into the chest if your body allows. Going a little bit deeper into those inner thighs, the groin. Take a deep inhale and exhale, releasing resistance. Surrender to the pose. If you haven't already, once again I encourage you to just take some slight micro adjustments in this pose, moving forward or back, side to side ever so slightly, just to see if this changes the sensation for you at all. Take one more deep breath here. As you exhale, gently begin to walk those knees back together. And if you're sideways on your mat, we're just going to turn now and then sink the hips back, finding our way into child's pose once more. Let's take an inhale. As you exhale, begin to round through the spine again, bringing the hips forward as far as is comfortable today. And exhale, leading with the hips, rounding back. Continuing like this on your own a few more times, moving to the pace of your breath, moving with intention here. Come back forward, settling into your cobra now, fingertips planted at the outsides of the mat. As you inhale, peel the chest up, head coming up last. And exhale, waving the chest back down, head following last. Making a nice wave-like motion with the body here. Once again, making this as big or as small as feels right for you today. Customizing this practice to be your own. Good, let's begin to roll back again, tucking the toes, lead with the hips as you press your way back into down dog once more. Take any movements that your body is asking for right now, or settle into a stillness. Simply notice how this down dog feels different than the first one of today's practice did, bringing that mindful awareness back into this practice. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. As you exhale, hop or step to the front of the mat. Inhale for halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees. As you inhale, roll the spine up to standing one vertebrae at a time, sweeping the arms overhead. Then on your exhale, with a slight bend of the knees, begin to fold forward, leading with the hips, then melting the head forward for a forward fold. Plant the fingertips, halfway lift as you inhale. As you exhale, begin to sit back now, finding your way onto your back. Draw the right knee into your chest, moving it side to side a little. And then as you exhale, draw that knee across your body, looking over the right shoulder for a gentle spinal twist. enjoying this compression of the spine, gentle stimulation of the digestive organs. Go ahead and release now, coming back to center, letting go of the right leg, and drawing the left knee in toward the chest now, moving it side to side. Take an inhale, and exhale, draw the leg to the right now, twisting toward the left. Again, noticing if this side feels any different than that first side did. Breathe deeply. Exhale fully. Great job. Go ahead and release that leg now, unwinding yourself and finding your way into our final Shavasana. Shoulder blades gently tucked down and back. Maybe lifting the hips and rolling the spine down one vertebrae at a time to make sure it's nice and neutralized. Arms are resting at the sides, palms facing up. One more time, scan through the body, releasing any residual tension and settling into a deeper state of relaxation for just a few more moments before moving on with the busyness of your day. Begin inviting some gentle movement back into the fingers and toes. And on your next exhale, turn onto your side and meet me seated at the center of the mat for a final closing breath together. Once more, feel the effects that this practice has had on your mind and body. Any changes you can notice. Then let's inhale, sweeping the arms overhead, stretching the body. And exhale, hands to prayer, heart center. As you acknowledge yourself with gratitude for honoring your mind and body in this way today. Thank you so much for joining me for today's practice. This was class 4 of the Beginner's Yin and Yang Foundation series. So if you'd like to find classes 1 through 3, you can find those on my channel page. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date with all of my latest classes and videos. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, please do me a huge favor and be sure to give it a thumbs up, as liking and subscribing are the 2 best ways to support this channel and help me expand my reach. If you are interested in some additional small perks or ways to support this channel, I now have membership options available, and you can learn more about those on my channel page. Thank you again for joining me for today's practice, and I hope you have a great day, my friends. I will see you soon. Namaste.